In your 20s, you often hear the same advice over and over: work hard, keep yourself in shape, secure a good job, save money, maybe go to college, all important steps to building a successful future. Yet, there's one piece of advice that is frequently overlooked, pushed to the side, or downright ignored: dating. In 2024, dating has become a brutal, challenging, and mentally exhausting endeavor. Society seems to have collectively checked out of it, with many people in their 20s choosing to neglect or abandon this crucial aspect of their lives altogether. But this is a mistake. Despite all the obstacles, dating is one of the most important things to prioritize in your 20s. According to Pew Research, more people are single now than ever before. The percentage of single adults has risen from 30% to 40% since 1990, and during the same time, the number of people getting married has declined by 15%. Perhaps even more concerning is that 40% of people aged 18 to 49 report being uninterested in romantic relationships altogether. That's right, almost half of the prime dating age population isn't even interested in dating. This is alarming, especially when you consider that the person you end up marrying is one of the most significant decisions you'll ever make in your life. Yet, society continues to prioritize everything else over forming meaningful, long-term connections. People are focused on the pursuit of money, casual hookups, and even more self-destructive habits, all at the expense of one of the most crucial aspects of life: finding a partner. Before we delve into the details of dating culture in 2024 and explore why so many people have decided to opt out, I want to share a little about my own experience. I'm fortunate to be in a loving and happy relationship now, but it wasn't always that way. I've had a few girlfriends since high school, and in the last 5 years, I got a harsh taste of what it's like to date as a single male in my 20s. And let me tell you, it's brutal. I was never the Chad type. In high school, I was small and skinny, and I went to an all-boys school, which didn't exactly help my social skills with women. I didn't have a real conversation with a girl until I was 16 or 17, and I got a late start in the dating world. After high school, I dated off and on throughout college, but after a long-distance relationship ended, I found myself single in a big city with a new job. My dream was always to settle down and start a family, so dating became a top priority. I jumped onto the dating apps, joined social groups at work and church, and started asking people out. Despite my best efforts, I didn't have much success. There were a lot of awkward dates, rejections, hurt feelings, on both sides, and endless debates about politics and religion. It took an emotional toll on me, and at one point, I decided to step away from dating altogether. It wasn't until a family vacation, when I wasn't actively searching, that I met the woman who would become my girlfriend. The struggle was worth it, but it was a difficult road. So why are people deciding not to date anymore? There are several factors at play. First, dating is expensive. In today's economy, where young people are juggling rent, student loans, and trying to make ends meet, dropping serious cash on a date night is hard to justify. Dinner, drinks, movie tickets, maybe even a weekend getaway, the costs pile up fast. And let's be honest, in many traditional dating dynamics, men are often expected to foot the bill for a lot of these dates, which only adds to the financial burden. With inflation and economic uncertainty, spending big on dating just doesn't seem practical to a lot of people. Then there's the mind games. In 2024, dating has become a battlefield of mixed signals, ghosting, and waiting 3 days to text back. Everyone seems to be playing some kind of psychological game, making it more about winning and less about forming real connections. You know the drill: she took 4 hours to reply, so now you're going to wait 5 hours. It's a frustrating aspect of modern dating that leaves people emotionally drained before they even get to know each other. Combined with the already hefty time commitment of setting up dates, juggling emotions, and dealing with the uncertainty, it's no wonder people are opting out of the dating game altogether. Another reason people are checking out of dating is the unrealistic standards that have taken over. Thanks to online dating apps, where people can swipe through hundreds of potential matches in a matter of minutes, the competition feels more intense than ever. If you're an average person swiping right on an attractive profile, you know that dozens, if not hundreds, of other people have already done the same. The pressure to stand out in a sea of profiles leads to people feeling like they are constantly being compared to others and falling short. Not all of us are 6 feet 5 inches, with a trust fund, a finance career, and piercing blue eyes. It's exhausting to live up to the increasingly high expectations, and for many, it's easier to simply opt out. There's also the ever-widening political and religious divide. Studies show that men have become more conservative, while women have become more liberal in recent years, making it harder for people with differing beliefs to connect. In my own dating experience, when I went out with women who had opposing political beliefs, it always led to tension and conflict. You can try to avoid politics all you want, but in today's society, it's nearly impossible to escape. Add in the fact that fewer people today are involved in organized religion, which used to give older generations shared values and a common foundation, and it becomes clear why dating has become so challenging. Lastly, there's hookup culture, which has gained significant traction in recent years. Some people who could easily find a long-term partner choose instead to engage in casual flings. While hookup culture may seem fun at first, it's ultimately a shallow and self-destructive way of interacting with others. It treats people as objects, rather than individuals, and often leaves people feeling empty after the temporary fun fades. While there's no judgment for those who enjoy it, it can make it harder for others to find serious, committed relationships in a culture where temporary connections are more common than ever. Despite all these obstacles, I believe that dating in your 20s is crucial. Think about the important people in your life, like your parents or grandparents. Many of them will tell you that their marriages and families were the greatest sources of happiness in their lives. Studies from the National Library of Medicine consistently show that marriage is better for your physical, mental, and financial health. Married people are more likely to be part of a community, manage their finances responsibly, and avoid criminal behavior. These benefits extend to their children as well. Kids from two-parent households generally enjoy more stability and better overall outcomes. The truth is, dating and marriage can bring immense meaning and purpose to your life. Many people today struggle with a sense of purposelessness, but building a life with someone else and raising a family can be a powerful remedy for that feeling. It takes you out of the me-first mentality that so many young people fall into and gives you a reason to live for someone else. If you find the right person, the rewards are immeasurable. A happy marriage can make life feel like heaven on earth, and despite all the frustrations and challenges, it's worth putting in the effort to find that person. Dating also teaches valuable life lessons. Even if you haven't found the one yet, you learn so much from the experience. You gain insight into yourself, how you behave in different situations, how you handle rejection, and what you're looking for in a partner. Sure, the first few rejections sting, but eventually, you become more resilient. You also figure out your preferences. Do you want someone extroverted or introverted? Career-driven or more laid back? Dating allows you to explore these questions and develop a clear idea of the type of person who complements your life. My final advice is this: get back out there. Keep the door open, whether that means being on dating apps, attending events, or joining new social groups. Don't let dating dominate your life, but don't neglect it either. It's easy to become jaded and frustrated with the process, but remember, your life can change in an instant. A simple swipe, a random encounter, or a chance meeting could introduce you to the person who will change your life forever. Stay open, stay positive, and keep dating, because, in the end, it's one of the most important things you can do for your future.